What do we do?
We celebrated.
Yeah, we're good at that.
Yeah. Scott had a big moment last week.
Yeah, we 10 months. We hit the USA Today national bestseller list for the Referrals Done Right book. And I wish I could say it was easy.
It was a process.
It wasn't. It was a 10-month process. Yeah. A lot of work, a lot of podcast guesting and speaking and webinars and seminars, and really 7 years of building an audience to get to a point where you can get 4,000 people to buy something before anyone sees it or reads it, which is pretty humbling. So,
and I think what was awesome is it wasn't anticipated. Like you didn't expect it. Yeah.
It was a goal 10 months ago, and then we kind of botched the final piece of the plan, which was the bulk sales, which is super important to get on a national bestseller list. It's great to sell one book, but if you can sell 50 at a time, that's where most people get their sales volume from. And we dropped the ball on that. But just through onesies and twosies, we got up to 4,000, and we were 141 in America.
Awesome. So we had to celebrate. We decided to go to Canal Side Inn. We've been meaning to get to this restaurant for a while.
Yeah. Little Falls.
Very cool spot.
Yeah.
Like very intimate. It was too funny. We made reservations, and we were the only table in the place for probably the first.
It was, in all fairness, it was a Wednesday.
It was a Wednesday, and it was early because we like to eat early. Yeah. But still, the atmosphere was awesome. The waitress was great.
Yep.
And the kids, Connor and Jenna, came with us.
Vanity was her name.
Yep.
It's a different name.
Connor and Jenna came with us. Tyler does not like fine dining, and there was no way he would have enjoyed that dinner, but the others really, really liked it. Like
kind of hidden, It's down in the by the canal, and it's not a strip, but it is a strip of businesses. Mm-hmm. The Mustard Seed is next door. It's a place we talk about a lot, mm-hmm. and it's very well done inside and clean, inviting, comfortable. Half the things on the menu I couldn't pronounce.
Connor was so funny. He was looking up how to pronounce the entree that he wanted. Coco Vaughn was the name of it. It was chicken, right? Yeah. I think it was a type of chicken. And he cleared his plate. Jenna had a really good steak. I got brajol, which is something I like to get because I never made it at home. I really should try it. And you got a seafood dish.
Yeah.
And then the kids got dessert. And Connor's dessert was the creme brulee. And it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a great stop for us. We've been meaning to get there, and we celebrated. And so that was a good thing. Saturday, we hosted probably 17, 18. I don't even, we should have counted it. I think there were at least 18 kids in our house on Saturday for a tomato pie sampling.
Which isn't totally uncommon.
Well, but
they're actually invited this time.
They were invited, and they came hungry, and it was a lot of fun. We hit up 6 different spots for tomato pie. Roma's, which we've been in before. That's on Bleecker Street. They have a really great deli, sliced meat. They do subs during the week, made to order. They have meatballs that you can get there that
all
are
the
really,
Italian
really
classics.
good. Yeah. The cheeses and the olives, and so that was a great spot. I stopped at Roma's. I'll do mine first, and then I'll let you talk about the ones that you stopped at. I also did Napoli's, which is right down the street on the corner. They have similar setup. They have they do antipasto there, smaller than Roma's. And then my last stop was Daniele's on Mohawk Street, I believe. And this is a small cafe. They do eat in. And they had some interesting stuff. They had cookies. They had a lot of different stuff. That's the first time I've ever been in there. So those were my stops that I made.
You went to Fratello's too?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Yep. And I grabbed from Fratello's in Frankfurt.
So I had never been to Salvatore's in Washington Mills, and I didn't even know it was there. So I actually, I don't want to say I went in the wrong place, but I went into where we would go to Valentino's, mm-hmm. and I was like, where is this place? And so then I went around the back of the building and realized that you can actually, what's the name of that main road that Packy's Pub is on? Kellogg Road. Yeah. So you can actually get there from Kellogg Road a lot easier. But, very similar to what you're saying with the last place you talked about, the Italian pastries, like the cannolis and pasties and cookies and donuts. I mean, it's a full-blown legit Italian bakery in there.
I think you came home with a loaf of bread too, didn't you?
That was Holland Farms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they might do bread at Salvatore's too. But yeah, so I'd never been there. They did one box, like really. So we got 2 tomato pies from everywhere. Theirs was one box. It was like a double.
A full. You can order a full or you can opt for 2 smalls.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was big.
And it was only like $18.
Yeah. So we can list the prices. I mean, they were all pretty much the same.
Roma's is the most expensive.
Roma's was the most expensive.
Yeah, I think it's
Fratello's
$14.
Fratello's was expensive.
Yeah. Well, we got kind of confused there when we ordered.
I know. But we ordered 2 full pies
yeah, we only
instead.
needed 1.
Yeah, but still, I even think if it was 1, I think Fratello's.
I think if you're going strictly price, Holland Farms, I think was only like $10 or $11.
And some of these places you need to order ahead of time too. That's another thing that I want to mention. If you want to talk about Holland Farms, I mean, real quick, and then
I don't get out there much, but again, it was Saturday, late morning. They had 4 cash registers open and there was a line at every single one of them. I mean, they were jammed. So, they do, obviously, they're kind of famous for their donuts. And I grabbed a loaf of bread, which was good. And we
their
grabbed
mac
the
salad,
tomato
potato
pie.
salad is really good. They do, I believe they even do like sandwiches for like lunch.
So not much of a
too.
secret, Holland Farms, but place that we don't get too often, but everyone else in the world was there.
But like, obviously like Roma's, Napoli's, and Holland Farms, they always have tomato pie available. But if you want a tomato pie from Daniele's, you need to order ahead of time. And I'm not sure about Salvatore's. They might have them readily available, but I ordered ahead of time because we needed them.
So Jay, our producer's got about 17 hours worth of work to do with all the video clips of these kids that did the tomato pie tasting, both, I guess.
Yeah.
And, certainly some funny moments came out of that.
Yeah.
And it is interesting to see how one person could taste something and absolutely love it. Another person spits it out. So we'll get you that footage soon. And then last but not least, Sunday, we moved our oldest back to campus. A lot of tears from
Sunday.
one of us.
Yes, I had a rough day Sunday.
Yeah, it was better than last year. Last year, she slept in his bed after dropping him off, which was weird on many levels. This year I was just crying.
I know. I just had a moment. It's just hard.
He'll be home in 4 days, by the way.
It is different when you don't get to see them every night. It's just different. And so we moved. Jenna was a great sport. Jenna came with us and we had to set their room up. And we were starving by the time we got done with this. And Ty did not want to come with us for lunch. He was just, I think, excited to be back on campus with his friends. And so we went to a great spot in Cooperstown, the Blue Mingo. It's a little marina. It's tucked away. Like if you don't know where it is,
it's hard to find.
It's definitely hard to find.
Fly right past it.
But what
Route
a
80.
great... It was a beautiful day out too. And that lake had almost like a greenish blue look to it. Like almost like, not turquoise, but for a lake around
Felt
here.
like we were in Aruba.
It was a really, really great day. And we got great appetizers. The appetizers were awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Mingo.
Good spot.
Down in the 607. Mm-hmm. On the cusp.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about some things coming up.
All right. I went a little bit out of the 315 for this. Lake George. That's where we are.
The 518.
Yeah, the 518. It's 2024 Adirondack Independence Music Festival. It is at the Charles R. Wood Festival Commons in beautiful Lake George. It's 3 nights, August 30th through September 1st. Shows start at 1 p.m. and they go to 11 p.m. You can purchase tickets for 1 day. That would be $80. 2 days, $144. Or you can get the full weekend pass for $198. So I thought that was something cool. If you go to their website, the 2024 Adirondack Independence Music Festival, you can see the list of all the bands that are going to be there.
Back down to Cooperstown. This is something that we've said we were going to do, and we never did. But,
I would love to go Friday.
Yeah, Ommegang. They do a lot of cool things. Great spot down there. They do Fire Pit Fridays. Mm-hmm. So this is winding down like all summer things, unfortunately.
Yep.
But Gooseberry is playing there this Friday. It's 6 to 10. They got the bonfire. They got the food trucks. Obviously, they've got their beer. Yeah. So
and it's free. All ages are welcome to attend. I mean, you purchase food and beer, but if you just want to go listen to the music, it's free. They have a really great atmosphere too there. They have cornhole boards set up. You can bring your own chairs. It's Really
It's
chill.
what a brewery should be. Chill. Yep. This has become an annual event up in Old Forge.
The unofficial end of summer is what they like to call it.
You want to talk about it?
Okay, Showtime is at Daiker's August 30th through September 2nd. They go on at 9:30 every night. They set up inside, so it's rain or shine, and they really pack them in there. It's a lot of fun.
Showtime packs a crowd everywhere they go. I mean, they played the Boilermaker, post party, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, 3 nights in a row. And they commute, which is crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah, they play right until
1:30.
Yeah, right until the place closes. And then you've got to pack up all the equipment and you're talking to people and then the drive. I mean, they get home at like 4 a.m.
And then they turn
around and do it again the next day. It's crazy. So, Woodland, it wouldn't be I
had to mention them right now.
It wouldn't be a weekend buzz without Woodland Brewery. So Saturday, yard sale, got stuff, looking to sell stuff.
Come and have a beer and buy some stuff. Don't waste your time driving all over town.
Trash the treasure.
Exactly. They start at 11 a.m. and they'll have a ton of stuff right out in the lawn there. And it's a great spot to go look and see if you want to buy something.
Here's a new spot, Hamilton. You want to talk about this? The Colgate Inn?
Colgate Inn. I know. I've never been there. They're doing brunch and plants, a houseplant pop-up show. It's the last houseplant pop-up show of the summer. Colgate Inn, it starts at 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they have a ton of different stuff here. You can discover a variety of unique and easy to care for houseplants to add to your collection. You can build your own bouquet of flowers, which is always a lot of fun. I know Aaron Greigel did that down at the farmer's market. I think that was that moonlight at the marina. That was a lot of fun. And then you can create your own potted plant masterpiece to take home. And there's a free plant giveaway. So yeah.
Cool. Neat little
different
event.
Spot, right?
Back down to Cooperstown. A lot going on in Cooperstown this weekend. We've got the 7th annual. So 7th year in a row, they've done the Cooperstown Artisan Festival. 2-day event. So it's all weekend, family friendly.
It's right in Main Street.
Right on Main Street.
Yep.
Cooperstown is kind of, it's a neat little spot. It's one of those hidden, I don't know, I want to say hidden treasure. I mean, it's a national, because of the Hall of Fame, obviously. But in a small area, there's so much that they offer.
And that Main Street is so cool. Yeah, like just both sides just lined with all the different shops and
good restaurants. You're right on the lake. Yep. You got a ton of shopping. You've got the golf course right there, the Farmers Museum. And then just down the road, you've got all the
Scott loves the Farmers Museum.
Commercialized stuff. I'm not going to knock the Farmers Museum. But I will say that it was the worst field trip I ever chaperoned in my life. And I'm still recovering. It was many years ago.
Every time we drive by it, he mentions that.
They put leeches on people's temples before they had, ibuprofen. So,
oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you were the chaperone for that.
I'm glad I wasn't alive in the 1800s.
All right. I figured we'd end at Sylvan Beach. They are doing a blood drive. We mentioned this earlier in the year that what is it? The Red Cross.
The Red Cross, not the Blue
Red Cross, not the Blue Cross. That's our insurance. All right. The Red Cross will be at the American Legion Post, 1153, August 30th from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. You need to make a reservation. So you go to the Red Cross website and you make a reservation. And if you come and give blood on the 30th, they're going to give you a $10 gift card for Eddie's Restaurant, which is in Sylvan Beach. And all the donors will receive a $20 Amazon gift card by mail.
Well, there you go.
By email. So it's important that if you do not mind donating blood, there's definitely a huge need for it all the time. That would be a good thing to do.
Eddie's Restaurant in Sylvan Beach, family owned since 1934, 90 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be in business.
Sylvan Beach, we have not been there this summer either. And what's the other place there?
Harpoon Eddie's.
Yep. Harpoon Eddie's is a good spot to grab a drink and just look at the water. And yeah.
Cool. All right. That's all we have. We will see you out there. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Love Living Local. As you know, we do not run ads. Our only mission is to shine a spotlight on amazing people doing amazing things here in our local community. If you'd like to support us with this mission, we have 3 ways you can help. You can share our content on social, subscribe or follow the show on your favorite podcast platform, and you can visit our lovelivinglocal315.com website to stay up to date with everything happening in Central New York.